Earnings season is winding down, but we're still getting a couple hundred companies reporting this week, including some of the biggest names on the street. Yes, all the hot stocks haven't reported. So I'm going to check out a lot of them here today. Some of these have interesting and hot charts, but that doesn't mean they have the best earnings record. And that's something to keep in mind, because the earnings beats and miss doesn't necessarily mean that the stock is going to perform the way you think it is. So let's jump right into it, and I'll give you some examples. Our first stock is one of the hottest ones of the last couple of years, of course, Alibaba. I normally don't show this chart because it's been so bad. I mean, they have more misses than beats, but the last 3 quarters, it looks like they've gotten their act together. They've had 3 big beats on earnings, and then shares are off to the races now. Now, can they keep it up? We'll see. This chart kind of goes to show you it's not that easy to beat every quarter, even for these well-known companies. So when you see the charts of those that are beating every quarter, it's worth taking a look at. But this is interesting because they've turned it around. I'll be tuning in just like everyone else to kind of see if they can do it 4 times in a row. Our next stock is one of the hot ones too, and it's got one of the hottest charts, but as you can see, look at all that red. It's just awful. This is an awful track record. They had a huge miss on the last quarter. That's that big arrow going down there, but investors don't care. They're still pushing the shares up, and they're at the new 5-year high here. This chart I put up because it kind of goes to show you sometimes stocks just have momentum and they're liked by the street, and no one cares whether or not they beat or miss. Obviously, a beat is more preferred, but as you can see, some of those beats, even in the last year, the shares still went down on the beat. So this is a good lesson on the earnings miss or beat doesn't necessarily tell you what way the stock is going to go. But this next tech company is also a well-known name, Applied Materials. Now, this is the more traditional chart I've usually showed during earnings season. They just have that one miss back in 2013. Then it's just all green. They've beaten every quarter, and shares are really hot right now. The semis are an area to watch. They've been strong all earnings season, and this is one that's in that category. So you might want to say it's priced for perfection, but the semiconductor story has been good. So we'll see. I'll be tuning in on this one. And then we have another company that has the more traditional earnings beat and miss chart, John Deere. I know I covered these guys last time. They did have a big beat, as you can see with that bigger green arrow going up there just last quarter. Shares are still hitting these new highs, but a lot of this has been on the Trump trade because they do construction equipment as well as agriculture. We haven't had the infrastructure plan yet, so it might just be wishful thinking to some extent. Earnings are expected to be kind of flat this year. So this is one to watch again for the story and to see if maybe these are priced for perfection. PE is a little high here, but I'll be tuning in to see what they're saying about what's going on in both the ag side and the construction side. And then we have a retailer to round it out, Foot Locker. This is one of my favorite of the retailers. The shares are going in the right direction, which is rare for the retail group. They just have the 3 misses. They had that rare one in 2016. They have a lot of cash on hand, very little long-term debt. So I like the management here. But this is what I'm going to be watching to kind of see what's going on in the malls. Obviously, Foot Locker, a lot of mall-based stores, and just a lot of stores globally. So this is a good indicator of the strength of the consumer and whether or not they're buying shoes and other athletic apparel. This is a good one to watch. So this is going to be hot end of the week here, even though earnings season is winding down. You're going to want to keep an eye on all of these. And I know that my colleague Dave Bartosiak over on Zach's Live Trader on YouTube is going to be covering some of the hottest of these charts. So be sure to tune in for the options trades over with Dave on Zach's Live Trader on YouTube, and I'll be covering some more charts. Now, earnings season isn't quite over yet, but it should be ending soon in the next couple weeks. But I'm going to bring you the best charts right up until the very end because there's still some big names that are still going to be going as we wind down here. This has been a great earnings season, and it's fun to watch the charts, so I'll be back with more.